Hello and welcome to Coach's Conversation Café. I am Keith Rodriguez, your moderator for today, and I have my panel, my one-man band panel, Adam Valencia with me, owner, CEO of Reconnecting Youth, Inc. And we have a very cool guest on today that we're excited to have on. And he is going to talk a little bit about a segment of all of our community that we haven't really touched on our podcast yet, but we're going to do it today. And we're glad to have him. And we'll get right to it. We have Joel Glick with us. He is the executive director of the Creative Center in Visalia, California. Welcome, Joel.
Hey, guys, thanks a lot for having me on and giving me the opportunity to talk a little bit about the Creative Center and what I've done in sports. So I'll get right into it. The Creative Center started here in Visalia in 1977. A lady by Miss Ginsburg was the founder and wanted to do something for our area for adults with developmental disabilities. And the concept was is have a site where they can practice the arts, meaning ceramics, paintings, and theater art. So her and a group of people worked with the city to get the property, which is on 410 East Race Avenue, a couple streets down from Main Street, I guess if you were heading north, but the property's been here for many years. We have a couple of historical buildings on site. A lot of people would know the facility by the Ice House is one of the buildings, and right next to it is a Creative Center with our facility. And we're actually in the process of purchasing the property, so if anybody's seen the Times Delta this morning, we are in the process of purchasing it, and hopefully we will end up with the property. I'm pretty confident we will. But so the Creative Center is a day licensed training activity center for adults with developmental disabilities. The disabilities range from autism, Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, and other mental disorders. And we are a nonprofit, and our mission statement reads, the Creative Center is a nonprofit arts center for adults with developmental disabilities with the mission of fostering self-expression, self-worth, personal growth through the arts, and community integration, which is a big part. We're providing cultural resources to the community and recognizing individuals' values and their contributions. So again, we've been established here for 44 years. I worked for the city for about 23 years and parted ways with the city. I was a Parks and Rec director, so I had a great job working with youth and adults in sports and developing parks and working with the community. So my whole career has been based around the community. But working with these individuals is, I feel like I'm kind of doing God's work. It's so rewarding. It's on a whole different level. And our clients are so appreciative of every little thing we do. The ages here are from 18 all the way up to 70. But I call it, they all have that kid, they're kids at heart still. So it's super rewarding. Couldn't be happier. Sometimes I feel like I can't believe I'm getting paid to do this job.
Yeah, that's great, Joel. Well, we certainly appreciate you being on. This has been a long time coming, so I certainly appreciate you being a part of what we're doing as a podcast, obviously reaching our local folks, but most importantly, having a chance to impact the nation on a lot of the work that we're doing. And the work that you've been doing certainly doesn't go unrecognized. I know a lot about the Creative Center. They've worked with many different agencies over the years, and they've provided so many great opportunities for students from all the schools throughout here in Visalia and Tulare County to really witness them. I can remember there was a group They did the Blues Brothers, and I remember seeing them, and they were just amazing, and they were like rock stars. I mean, we had them on stage when I was with the county office, and they were just amazing. And so I want to congratulate you on the work that you're doing. But again, thinking about the types of clientele that you have, what kind of activities are going on locally that we could take a look at and perhaps even be a part of. I know that earlier on we had talked about some of the activities, but anything you have going that anybody in the community can be a part of?
Well, we like to have volunteers when I'll call it in person. Right now, we're still Zooming with the clients. The clients have 2 classes a day with our instructors. Some of our instructors have decided to remain at home. Some of them are here on campus. But we're teaching them the same things in life skills and in the arts, but just through Zoom. And I think just like everybody, the school districts and others, it was a little rough at first, but they're really responding to Zoom, and we're actually getting better attendance on Zoom than we do in person. So we're doing something right. We're hoping, that we get back in person in June, and then that'll give people the opportunity if they want to volunteer. We do have, fundraisers. Again, we are a nonprofit. We have the Creative Center Foundation, and we also do fundraisers here at the Creative Center for the operational side. So there are many opportunities, either volunteer on campus or to help out with fundraising.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't know if I mentioned the number, but we currently have 95 clients here at the Creative Center.
Wow, impressive. I remember I went to an art show there, Joel, and their talent was pretty impressive. The things that they made and came up with and painted and constructed, it was pretty mind blowing. I was impressed. So they got some skills, your clients there. Obviously COVID has made an impression, on everybody here. We've all had to adapt everything our whole lives. What are some of the unique challenges, either because of COVID or just in general that you have to deal with your client group, Joel?
Well, I'll speak I teach a men's group on Wednesday. I have about 12 clients in that group. And when this all first started happening, there was a little worry and concern. And, some of them, I think, went through some mild depression, and just staying in contact with them. At that time, we weren't Zooming quite yet. We were making phone calls, and we were delivering care packages to them, and just trying to keep in contact with them. So on, the social emotional side, we wanted to make sure that they had our support doing that. And then once Zoom started happening, we were able to, I think visually seeing our faces and their peers, during the Zoom session, kind of really helped things out. Obviously they're wanting to come back. I get asked, when are we coming back? When are we coming back?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of up to the state. We are state funded through the Department of Developmental Services, a lot like the school district, for daily attendance. So
interesting.
But yeah, it's been a process. It's been an adjustment for the instructors too. Some of them thrive, doing the Zoom sessions, and it was a struggle for some of the instructors. So we had to bring in, people to help train and help give ideas on ways to instruct through Zoom. And for instance, tomorrow I'm going to be going to Corby. Corby's a new restaurant in town. When we were in session, I brought the men's group there to downtown to look at the construction. portion when they were building the restaurant. Now they're going to get to see the finished project. So it's kind of like a field trip. So they'll all be on my Zoom screen, but I'll be going around showing what they've done in that restaurant. So
Nice.
it's, we've been Zooming now for what, 8 or 9 months. So
Mhm.
now they're running out of material. So I'm trying to be a little more creative and kind of start doing some field trips here and there. But I think, socially and emotionally, the clients have been doing better, but they can't wait to get back here. So that's a part that we're kind of struggling with.
Yeah, that's great, Joel. We certainly appreciate you being creative, right, with the Creative Center. But I think, at the end of the day, how many are coming locally? I mean, do you have individuals who come from around Tulare County, perhaps even Kings County?
Yes,
What's your makeup?
well, most of them are from Tulare County, the Visalia, Exeter. We even got a couple in Three Rivers, Farmersville, Tulare. We do have some in Kings, and we do have a couple in Fresno. So we're kind of hitting kind of the Central Valley area, and but the majority is from Tulare. I'd say probably a good 75% are from Tulare County.
How does it work for transportation? Are they able to drive to the center, or do they have to be accompanied by another, maybe a family member, or how does that work?
So some families drive the clients in. We also have contract drivers that work with the Central Valley Regional Center. So the regional center will pay us, and then we can pay the contract drivers to take the clients to and from the center. And our operational hours are usually from 8 to 2, Monday through Friday. And then we do have some weekend events happening.
Yeah, that
Great.
sounds great. Thank you.
I know when you mentioned social and emotional stuff, boy, you got the right guy on board here, Joel, with Adam. I know he's always looking to expand and do things and grow outside of where he's at right now with RY Inc. And this is a community that you deal with daily that it needs to be talked about. It needs to be respected. It needs to the general public needs to have more awareness that they're there. And if you could, speak to the general public, what is it that you'd like to tell the community, maybe in regards to awareness about your clients there at the Creative Center?
Well, I'd like to tell the community the Creative Center is here for our main objective is to help our clients reach their goals in life. And, I would really stress if you could just take the time and come to one of our art shows or the theater performances, or just come and do a tour of the Creative Center when we're back in session. And, the visual side of it will give you a much better perspective. Obviously, before the pandemic, I'd tell people, I've never had a job where I'd come to work every day and probably get 30 to 40 hugs a day. And if you're somebody new they don't know, they're so friendly. They want to get to know you, and then you see that sensitive side. Then you see the raw talent, like you were talking about, what they do and with the ceramics and the jewelry and the art and the singing and the performance. It's amazing. And then on the flip side, if you think you're having a bad day, come to my center and see what my clients deal with, on every day in their lives. And somehow they have a smile on their face. They're making it through. They're getting through those hurdles in life, which we all face. But when you see what they're going through, it'll give you a different perspective of our clients and what we do here at the Creative Center.
Yeah, well, again, Joel, we certainly appreciate all that you're doing. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the events you have coming up? I know that you mentioned earlier today that June's right around the corner, and hopefully, the center will be open again for the clients and for the families. But any upcoming events that we can get the word out and help share with our community members?
Yes, I would love to share that. So we're doing a barbecue drive-through on Friday, April 30th. So those of you that don't know, my last name's Glick, so I do know how to barbecue a little bit. Our family had a meat market here in town for over 50 years, so I've always been involved with barbecuing. But we are doing a tri-tip meal that'll feed 4 or more. So you'll get a whole tri-tip, a dinner salad, a quart of beans, and dinner rolls for $60. So we're going to be packaging up these meals and giving them out on, again, Friday, April 30th from 1 to 5. So you can purchase a ticket. We do have an online store, at the Creative Center website. And, you can purchase a ticket there. You can purchase it. You can come to the administration office and purchase a ticket here, or you can get a hold of me and I'll get you a ticket. But I'll show you a flyer briefly with all the information.
Oh, please.
All right.
It's drive-through barbecue. It's right on your site there, on the physical site of the Creative Center, huh, Joe?
Yes, and we have Visalia Brewing Company will be helping us. And we have other board members that are helping out, making donations. So it's, we're hoping to raise $4,000 to $5,000. We're only going to sell 100 tickets. We have about 50 sold already. So we're doing it on Fridays. So for you families that want to get off work and don't want to cook anything, to have a good meal, and also donate, to a worthy cause, it's a win-win for both of us. The next event is called our Wine, Cheese, and Jazz, but we're doing a virtual event. That's Thursday, May 6th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. So we're going to have a live jazz band. You'll be able to drive by and get a gift basket with some wine and cheese in it. And just the actual donation is $50. So again, that'll be Thursday, May 6th from 6 to 7 p.m. And we will, it's a virtual event. So it's on the Creative Center Foundation website, which I will show you right now.
Wow. All right.
There it is. Nice poster. Right on.
And then our last event, which that we are planning on, this is a really big event. When we had it in 2019, we had about 450 participants, but it's called the Western Roundup. It's held at the Country Inn Ranch, the Mendonca Ranch, which many of you know. It'll be a silent auction, live auction, and we'll have a country band there, and we're hoping we'll have our clients be performing. But this is set for Saturday, October 9th, obviously 2021 at the Country Inn Ranch. And this is one of our biggest fundraisers of the year, and this helps out the operational cost at the Creative Center. So again, we're going to start selling tickets probably in about 2 weeks. We also have VIP tables for sale, but you could get that on our website or contact me. And anyways, I'll show you a poster of that.
Oh, that's great.
See our clients on there dressed up as in Western.
Good.
And yeah, you guys, I'm hoping both of you are able to make it, but
yeah, definitely. Well,
get out those Golden West boots.
Yeah, we'll have to bring out the old Wranglers and cowboy boots that we have.
Yeah.
But very exciting about that, Joel. Definitely, you can count us in for that. We'll take a look at the website, and we'll plan on signing up on behalf of our company. We want to definitely support you any way that we can. So just know that having you on here is a big deal for us. Again, you're a local athlete, did so many great things in our community. You had a chance to go on and play at the next level, and was regarded as one of the top players to ever come out of Visalia. And so it means a big deal. It's a big deal for us. Keith and I, athletes here, of course, in Visalia, had an opportunity to do some things at the collegiate level, but to follow you, to be part of what you're doing here in our community, that's a big deal for us. So we appreciate that.
Well, thank you for the compliment. I don't know, but yeah, thank you.
That's what we do here, buddy,
Yep.
on this show. We appreciate people.
Yep.
For
Definitely.
sure. And yes, thanks for for being on with us, Joel. It was great. And if there's anything you want to add, before we leave here, feel free to touch on it or anything. I mean, like we said, it's just a conversation here, and we're pretty relaxed. So
I just think, I'd like to end on, with, being a part of the Creative Center. I know this is a coaching corner segment. I also coached for many years in youth sports and at the high school level, but just, how that transitions over to work is just, the life skills that you're taught in sports that, all three of us know about is, respecting others, the teamwork, leadership, communication with others in sports is big, working under pressure, being able to handle criticism, that's
right.
And then just putting in the hard work, all that transitions over to the job. And I was very fortunate enough to have some great coaches, in my time, Coach Cassell, Coach Calmes, Coach Brankel, Coach Usselton, and
How about the guy behind you there in the poster?
yes, George Allen, Willie
George Allen.
Brown, Cedric Hardman. I mean, all these guys, I took bits and pieces out and, somewhat made me who I am today, so.
And that's really the beauty of sports, right?
It
I
is.
mean, all those things you touched on, when you persevered through sports, specifically team sports or even individual sports, they are life skills that you carry obviously in your daily walk in life, and they are so applicable to your job. And you have, seamlessly, almost, Joel, use those skills and applied them both with your work in Reedley with the Parks and Rec director, right, that you touched on, and now with the Creative Center. You're making it look easy, bud.
Well, in our community,
Thank you.
in our community, it benefits from having us, all of us back here in our community doing the work that we're doing. But most importantly, you, Joel, it's kind of one of those untapped areas. Not everybody knows about the Creative
That's right.
Center. And that's what this podcast is all about, is for us to be able to share with our local districts and agencies across Tulare and Kings County and across the nation, to have an idea of what we really do. I always think of Visalia being the best kept secret in many aspects, but again, the work that you've been doing doesn't go unrecognized. It's something that's so important, and it's something that's definitely needed. And everybody has to have a place to socialize and to hang out and to have a good time and have fun. And we appreciate you providing that type of atmosphere for our young people. And, as you mentioned, the ages go all the way to 70. So it's great to know that, you have that type of venue and support there. So again, from our company to your agency, we're here to support you any way that we can. And definitely you can count on us for some of the fundraisers you have going on, because that's a big part of what we do as a company as well.
Thank you guys for having me. This was great. I'm glad whenever I get a chance to talk about the Creative Center and the clients, it's a win. So thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Well, in case you're just logging on and catching the end of our show, we are with the executive director of the Creative Center here in Visalia, California, Joel Glick. And you're going to want to go back and see this one and share it with your friends and family and whoever, because Joel has done a great job at giving us a snapshot and a little exposure to his unique community, his clients that he deals with on a daily basis that are a part of every community in this country. Okay, whether you know it or not, and they're great people. And again, you're going to want to see this from the beginning because he did an excellent job. So, Joel, thank you for being on with us today. And I can say for Adam and myself, it's been a pleasure, and it's a long time coming, as he alluded to. And keep up the great work, buddy. And we're gonna get the word out as best we can, and keep the support rolling for the Creative Center for sure.
Thank you, guys.